Next up is Northwestern head coach Bill Carmody. Carmody is entering his 12th season with the Wildcats after winning a school record 20 games for the second straight season. Coach, if you'd like to start with an opening statement, and then we'll open up for a Q&A.
Well, it's good to get going again. Everybody's full of hope, energy, and it's 5 months, 5 months of basketball. I think we, like a lot of teams, we have some guys back. Losing an important guy in Mike Thompson, and I think, like every year for us, it's I think our first, 5, 6 guys are very talented and can play, and it's our depth. So right now I'm just trying to figure out, like you do every year, just what that rotation is going to be, even this early, because I do have some veterans, probably 5 guys that played a lot of minutes last year. Some pretty good freshmen, and then some upper-class guys. I'm trying to see if I can integrate them in if they're going to be ready to help out. So, had about 10 practices, and, it looks pretty good.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up the floor for questions. On the right back here.
Hey, Bill, obviously not easy to replace a player like Juice Thompson back here, but how do you try to do it? And also, if you could address Jershon Cobb and how you think he's going to impact the team this year.
Yeah, Mike played as well as anybody did, I think, last year in the conference. I mean, the last 12 games, he was magnificent. But we have, you mentioned Jershon Cobb and Alex Marco Tullio, who played for the under 20 British team this year and did really well. He was actually invited to join and practice for the national team. He got cut, but he'll try out for them again next year. And if he does make the team, since the Olympics are in London, he'd be an Olympian. So, but those 2 guys, Cobb and Marco Tullio. Marco Tullio has a lot of experience. Jershon, played and had some good games for us. Then he was injured. He hurt his hip during the year. He had surgery in April and was basically out for about 4.5 months. So he's just getting back into the flow of things. But between those 2 guys, right now, along with our front line, you always have veterans there. And I don't know. I never think about replacing a guy. I just think, the dynamic changes every year. This guy gets better, this guy improves. You have freshmen coming in, and how are they going to fit into the mix? So I'm forgetting about Thompson.
Right
here. You mentioned depth earlier. Excuse me. Does your system require more or less depth than an average, slightly more standard system?
Yeah, I don't think there's any difference. I really don't think there's any difference. And so, is that above standard, below substandard? What is that?
That was probably the wrong way.
It's all right. No, I don't think. I think everybody looks for it. Everyone says you're going to play a lot of guys this year. You keep your team happy, and before the conference starts, maybe people are playing 9, 10 guys. By the time, end of January, February, most rotations are about 8 people. And so I think that's what we usually do, play about 8 or 9, 8.5, 9 people.
Front left.
Hey, Coach, what are your expectations for Mike Turner this season? Do you expect him to get a lot of minutes?
Mike has been a surprise. He's from the lab school, but in the competition there isn't, that great. But we like the kid, pretty athletic guy, about 6'8". He's gained weight. He's gained probably 15, 18 pounds, and he's actually looked pretty good. He doesn't know what he's doing right now, but he, and I mean that in a friendly way, as soon as he picks things up, I think he's going to be pretty good. He's better than I thought he was going to be at this stage, because he's not afraid, and he gets his nose in there a little bit. He's hitting the boards. He's running, and now he just has to sort of refine, the way he's playing. But I'm happy with him.
Back right.
Bill, in the back, how much does hoping that this is the year, this is the breakthrough, first time in the NCAA tournament, how much does that weigh on your mind?
I was hoping to get through this conference, press conference without that, but I guess 5 questions in is all right. And it doesn't weigh on my mind. I mean, it's, you have 340 teams, and that's the goal of every team, to get in the tournament. And, but the spotlight is on us more than other teams because of, we have not been there. We've been getting pretty close, and I like our team, so I think we have a real good shot. And I think that our guys are, that's what they're really shooting for, and they feel this is it. So, that, they're working towards that, and, I think we think as a team that we have a good shot.
Time for one last question. Front left.
Yeah, Bill, how much of a leap do you expect Crawford to make this year?
Well, he was Rookie of the Year. I think he shared it as a freshman. And then last year, he actually played better. His numbers and percentages and things were up. But I think he really has to play consistently well. He's logged a lot of minutes, very athletic kid, shoots the ball, and I think he's going to have to give us, a 15 and rebound, and just been working a lot on his post play and getting to the basket and stuff. So he's looked very good in practice. He really worked hard this summer, and when you have a guy like Mike Thompson, people defer to him a little bit. And, over the years, I've seen that kind of situation. And now I think maybe there's room for Drew to, spread his wings a little bit.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you.